Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. It is almost the year 2026. And whenever a new year starts, everyone kind of looks back at the previous year and thinks, well, what would I do different come the upcoming year? And Paul and I sat the other morning and just talked about certain habits, behaviors, ways we spend money, a whole bunch of different categories. We came up with 12 of these habits, actions, behaviors that if anyone stopped doing would save them not only money, but restore joy, some good health, and even some peace of mind. Now, we know you are all busy this time of year, so we're going to try to keep this video short and concise. We hope you can take some of the information from this video and that it will prove to be helpful and encouraging. So let's get right to it. Number one, we have to stop rushing through life. We have to stop saying, when this happens, that will happen. In other words, oh, I can't wait to retire because this is going to happen. Or I can't wait for my kids to be grown because then that will happen. We are going through life always looking towards the next thing. And I think so many of us would benefit living in the day. I'm not talking about not planning and not having goals and aspiring to things. But I think we miss so much in the everyday because we are constantly looking ahead. And I think we all would have a lot more peace if we did that. Stop rushing through life. Take the day, enjoy it, and live it to the fullest. Number two, breaking the habit of constantly being in a state of busyness or hurriedness, where that we are neglecting relationships. We are neglecting spending time with those who are most near and dear to our hearts. So I think number two is really look at how you're spending time and your priorities with your time and see if you can't just fit in a bit more time one-on-one or in small groups with people who are important to you. Number three, we need to break the habit of complaining and replace it with a heart of gratitude. I grumble. Sometimes I do. Oh, I don't feel like doing this, or do I really have to do that? Or why did this happen now? Nope, stop. We need to fill our heart with gratitude. The only one who wants to hear us complain is ourselves, because nobody else wants to listen to that. Think about it. Does anybody want to hear anybody else complain? Of course, we can talk about things with people we trust and love. But somebody who's constantly complaining or grumbling really needs to just take a breath, stop, and start replacing it with a heart of gratitude and thankfulness. And that means every day looking around and saying, I am so thankful to have a home and to have food and to have people who care about me. We need to be thankful. Get rid of that grumbling. Get rid of that complaining. It does no one any good, especially ourselves, because that constant negativity is just not healthy all the way around. Number four, we really need to stop thinking we are too old, or we're not creative enough, or we don't have the time. And that's for learning something new. No matter what age, what stage of life, how much time you have, always be willing and open to learning something new, whether it is a art form, a craft, a recipe, a language. Always make time to learn something new and keep our minds growing and keep our minds healthy. Pick a new hobby. Read an author that you have never read before. Write poetry. Just do something that your heart wants to do that maybe you've never done because, well, you don't think you can. I'm telling you, you can. Give it a try. Number 5 is we need to break the habit of procrastinating. The old saying, never put off till tomorrow what you can get done today. Sometimes I have a project and I think, well, I know what I have to do, and I'll go and do something that I really don't have to do, thinking, oh, well, I'll get to the other thing I need to do. Don't do that. Try to get done what you need to get done every day, because tomorrow will have enough chores and busyness of its own. So we don't want to carry from one day to the next things we need to get done. Let's be efficient in a timely manner. No more procrastinating. Number 6, stop mindlessly scrolling your phone and watching TV. We think we don't have enough time in our day to do things we really truly enjoy. But let's start keeping track of how much time we mindlessly scroll on our phone or how much TV we watch. And then let's replace that with something creative, something worthwhile. Use that time to do it. Start tracking how much time you really spend on technology and make yourself a goal in 2026 to cut it back to half. And I guarantee you'll get so much more done, have so much more time, and just be happier, I bet, all the way around. Number 7, make time to sit at the table and eat a meal. I say this all the time. That's how strongly I feel about it. Clean off your kitchen table. If you could look at my kitchen table right now, it's pretty cluttered. I have notes on it. I have books on it. There's some cookie plates here. There is even a quiche plate because I'm going to make some quiche. But I have to get it all cleared off before mealtime. It is so important to take time to gather together, or even by yourself, I say this too, and sit and eat your meal in peace and quiet. It's better for the digestive system. Our minds can just have a few minutes, listen to some calming music, eat off some pretty plates, and enjoy the food you have. Number 8, we're going to get into some money tips now. Stop spending money on things that are disposable, things that you use and throw away, such as napkins, such as paper towels, paper plates, things like that. Disposable items cost a lot of money. And also stop spending money on impulse buys or while you're bored. Replace that spending with a new hobby, something that you want to learn, or an old hobby that you just love doing. But we've got to watch that these impulse buys and these purchases of disposable items stop. 2026 is going to be an expensive year. Let's state facts. Prices are not going to be coming down. Manufacturers are not going to say, hey, let's lower the price of food back to the price it was 6 years ago. It's not going to happen. 5 years ago, it's not going to happen realistically. So we need to really watch that our income goes to things that we need. Put it in the bank, pay off debt. Do whatever you deem necessary, but please watch that impulse spending, watch the spending out of boredom, and stop with the disposable products. Paper goods are so expensive. You could save a ton of money by using cloth napkins, by using rags, by eating off of real plates and drinking out of real cups and glasses. Number 9, and this one is a personal one, but we're putting it out there. Spending more time with God, spending more time in the Bible, spending more time in prayer, spending more time just talking with God, because that is the basis of everything Paul and I do in our lives. And no, we're not ashamed to say it. It is the truth, and we want to even increase that more. So one of the habits we want to break is not spending enough time with God. Number 10, stop worrying about other people's business. You can't change them. No matter what you do or say, it's not going to change them. We can be good examples. We can show love. We can show kindness. We can show support. But the constant worrying about how other people live, it really does you no good by worrying. It does them no good by you worrying. Take it to prayer. If you want to do something, take it to prayer. But we cannot constantly worry about how someone else is living, what they're doing, how they're doing it. We just need to be there for them, for support, for love, whatever it is. But we can't use our precious energy constantly worrying about other people. Number 11, along those lines, stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't look at what this one has. Don't look at what this one's doing. Oh, I'll never live up to that. Oh, I'll never make the money they're making. I'll never live in the house they're living in. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Be content. Be happy. This goes back to the one we talked about earlier. We cannot covet what other people have or how they live. We are so blessed, each and every one of us, in our own way. Paul and I watched a documentary the other day about people who live in underground tunnels in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was totally shocking. I looked around our home and I was like, this is opulence. I mean, do you realize all we have? Please know how blessed you are and how much you have. Number 12, let's break the habit of not reading food labels before we put something in our mouths. Products today are so filled with chemicals and harmful ingredients and things that are really, really not good for our bodies, our brains, everything. And we need to start gravitating towards more whole foods. Put the bag of chips back and buy some apples. Put the cookies back and buy a bunch of grapes or a bag of carrots that you can have with a dip or something like that. Be conscious of what you're putting in your body. And I know a lot of people say, well, healthy food is so expensive. Really and truly, if you eat whole foods, over time, you will save money on medications and doctor bills and things like that by eating more of a whole foods diet. Now, it's not going to cure everything, of course. That's not what we're saying. We're not medical professionals. But what we're saying is let's be conscious of what we're putting in our bodies and try to make the healthiest choices food-wise for 2026. So we hope these 12 hints, tips of bad habits that we're all going to try to be breaking in 2026 was helpful. If you found maybe one or two that you think you can use for your own life, then great. We're going to be trying to work on all 12 of them for Paul and I. We thank you so much for being here. Question of the day, what are you working on for 2026? How do you want 2026 to be different? Leave us a comment down below and let us know, because it not only encourages us, but our viewers as well. We thank you so much again for sharing this time with us. I know this was a shorter video, but we wanted to check in with you, and we know how busy everyone is right now. We ask that you please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God richly bless you.